Alright, we are back. Let me just get the chats squared away. YouTube, Twitch, see you both. Okay. To make a long story short, I have a couple of hours. Forky! That felt like the appropriate length for how many A's you put. Nice quality note hold. Thank you. You know, I'm something of a vocalist myself. Greater dog, back in. Just rolling into that this time. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, is it pet and then play, or is it play and then pet? Pet. Gets comfortable, falls asleep. Oh, right. It wakes up. Then it wakes up so excited. There it is. Bark, bark, no! I probably could have just let myself get hit instead of having to close and reopen everything. Okay. Nope. That's on me. Just diagonal movement. Okay. If I take Greater Dog and I hitless, I get hitless spare, it should get me the last spare of the Snowden monsters, not counting Papyrus. Should be the last spare of the dogs. And it's got its own hitless spare. Okay. Bark. Yeah, I'll just take the hits and game over. It's this spear that I just can't. You cannot give up. I'm going to be mean and say that this is 100% not a retro game. Still in the modern parlance. I agree. It's on retro achievements, so I'm going for the achievements and the achievement set anyway, but I agree that this game paired up with the constant development of Deltarune doesn't give me the impressions of being retro yet. Now, if Deltarune had been out for a couple of years now, then I could see the argument for, like, because retro is not only retro is age, but also relevance of the specific game. I think actually can extend how long a game is not considered retro. But even if you want to just say age, 10 years is not... PS5 is basically as old as this game, yeah. 10 years is not old enough to really be retro. Most people do retro at 20 years. Which this game is not. Okay, back in. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. I barked correctly that time. Pet. Play. Ah! And then it would be pet again, but hey, Lightning. How you doing? Am I the only one here? You're the only one currently on the YouTube stream, as far as I know. Nobody else has said anything on YouTube yet. There were actually like half a dozen people on YouTube earlier. Basically, we got one person on YouTube and one person on Twitch right now. Oh, there's Forky. Forky sometimes checks out both. Good, how about you? I'm doing okay. I got in a good nap earlier. Bonk. Oh, I missed the spear. Come on. Spear again. No? Dog. Bark, bark. I got barked. Okay. Take 3. If you're wondering, oh, by the way, Lightning, if you're wondering, I have to do this hitless, so as soon as I got hit the one time, it was a choice of closing the game and reopening it, or just hitting a game over screen so that I could reset. Oh, come on, I stopped moving. Hang on. Relaunch it. Should have brought the stick. Specifically, I have to do it hitless with no stick. I should have clarified that. There was an achievement for doing the doing one of the dog fights with the stick. Any of the dog fights, but there's also an achievement for each dog fight doing it without the stick. I would love to just take the stick out of the box and then get a clean, easy win, but also one of the things I'm going for is I'm trying to get all yellow names at the end, or I guess they'll be pink now, probably. And with to get the yellow names in the credits at the end, you need to beat the bosses in specific ways, and I don't think the dogs count if you do any of them with the stick. Also, welcome in, Sand Gaming. You're getting robbed? Who's robbing you? I just noticed that. I hope you're okay. Pet. Play. Dog is very tired. Want some TLC. Pet it again. As you pet the dog, it sinks its entire weight into you. Yeah. Movement's slow. But still haven't pet enough. Pet capacity is 40%. Pet decisively. Pet capacity reaches 100%. Flops over. Legs hanging in the air. Did I do it? Oh, tell me that I got the achievement pop and that's what I saw. What was... No! The achievement I got was all yellow names for the snowed-in monsters. I still had to survive that last hit and then spare him for it to count. Bummer. That last spear cost me. We run it back. What's the snow on today's head? Hat. Alright, dog. It's greater dog. So close. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark. Pet. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Play. Good, good, good. Pet. 40%. Slow movement. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Pet. 100%. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Bark, bark. Dog is contented. Let's go. Good pet tech. Thank you. That should have gotten 2 achievement pops. Yes, it did. Greater dog, yep. Greater dog level 1 without stick and without being hit. Did that. And what was the other one? Oh, the dog crew. Where's the achievement for that? Looking at the list really quick. There's all yellow names for Snowden. Spare any dog using the stick, yeah. I'm confused now. Was there not an achievement for sparing all the dogs? Or... No. It's not in a subset. Oh, Puppy Petter. There it is. Spare all the Snowden canine units in Snowden. Okay, yeah. Okay, I found the achievement. It had Dogamy and Dogressa, and I was confusing it with the no hit for them, but it also has Doggo standing in front of them. So it's confusing. Anywho. I'm gonna go back and save before I continue. Pets. Oh. Thank you for the pets, Porky. Oh wait, no, you were just correcting your thing. I thought you were petting me for a second there. Alright. Onward! I know better than to pet a cat. No faster way to lose a limb. You right. You're not wrong. Cats are so much more rewarding, yeah.
Human! This is your final and most dangerous challenge! Behold the Gauntlet of Deadly Terror!
Whoa! Back up. You got that dog hanging from a string? I need to back off this bridge. It's the most dangerous thing here.
When I say the word, it will fully activate. Cannons will fire, spikes will swing, blades will slice. Each part will swing violently up and down. Only the tiniest chance of victory will remain. Are you ready? Because I am about to do it.
Love Undertale, currently fighting Sans in the genocide. Good luck. Good luck, Penny. That is not an easy fight, and I am so out of practice. I feel like I would probably... It would take so many tries to get back into the rhythm of that fight. Love your voice for the character. Thank you! Well, what's the holdup?
Hold up? What hold up? I'm about to activate it now. Here I go. Activating the traps.
That, doesn't look very activated.
Well, this challenge, it seems maybe too easy to defeat the human with. Yeah, we can't use this one. I am a skeleton with standards. My puzzles are very fair, and my traps are extremely cooked. Sorry, expertly cooked. But this method is too direct. No class at all. Away it goes. Whew. What are you looking at? This was another decisive victory for Papyrus. Nyeh. Eh. Eh.
Hanging the dog there is supposed to be Toby. Yep. That's what makes it the most dangerous thing of the whole lot. They've got the creator of the very world they live in dangling there as a dangerous obstacle. I don't know what my brother's going to do now. If I were you, I would make sure I understand blue attacks. Blue stop signs. Got it. Welcome to Snowden. I'm gonna try and sell her the toy knife. How can I help you? Sell. Huh? Sell something? Does this look like a pawn shop? I don't know how it works where you come from, but if I started spending money on old branches and used bandages, I'd be out of business in a jiffy. Love your voices for the characters. Thank you. I always wanted to do some voice acting work, but never really found the chance to do it on any like professional, serious level. So I try to do some voice work during any kind of stream like this or like visual novel stuff. But we don't play a whole lot of games that fall into that kind of category. Or at least we haven't so far. There's always the future. If you're really hurting for cash, then maybe you could do some crowdfunding. I hear people will pay for anything nowadays. Take your time. Alright. Next is sleep in the Snowden Inn. Get the owner to not give you another room. Oh, interesting. Hiya, welcome to Snowden. I can't remember the last time I saw a fresh face around here. Where did you come from? The capital? You don't look like a tourist. Are you here by yourself? I am. You want to know what to do here in Snowden? Grillsby's has food and the library has information. If you're tired, you can take a nap at the inn. It's right next door. My sister runs it. And if you're bored, you can sit outside and watch those wacky skeletons do their thing. There's two of them, brothers, I think. They just showed up one day and asserted themselves. Town's gotten a lot more interesting since then. Voices for the... Penny, you've said that 3 times now. Wait, no, sorry, 4 times now. Think back to your history class. A long time ago, monsters lived in the ruins back there in the forest. Long story short, we all decided to leave the ruins and head for the end of the caverns. Along the way, some fuzzy folk decided they liked the cold and set up camp in Snowden. Oh, and don't think about trying to explore the ruins. The door's been locked for ages, so unless you're a ghost, or you can burrow under the door, forget about it. See, ghost... is it the spiders that are doing the burrowing? I guess. I was gonna say, because the ghost is Nabstablook, but who would be the burrowing under the door? Because that line feels specific. And the spiders do communicate to the spiders in the ruins and the spiders not in the ruins. So maybe they can burrow under the door? Life is the same as usual. A little claustrophobic, but we all know deep down that freedom is coming, don't we? As long as we got that hope, we can grit our teeth and face the same struggles day after day. That's life, ain't it? I have the tough glove. The manly bandana I did not find. Can you find a manly bandana? Or do you have to buy it? I know you can find most of the gear. I think you can find all of the gear, but I'm not sure where the bandana is off the top of my head. Bye now. Come again sometime. Okay, so taking out the toy knife was not necessary. Mom says that sleeping can recover your health above your maximum HP. What's maximum HP? Welcome to Snowden. Snowden's premier hotel. One night is 80 gold. Here's your room key. Make sure to bundle up. Sleep in the inn. Get her to not give you a room twice. Hiya. You look like you had a great sleep. Which is incredible because you were only up there for about 2 minutes. That sounds like my nap from earlier. Here's your money back. You can pay me if you're going to stay overnight. Okay. Next up, read all the books. Well, I'm gonna interact with all the townfolk, too. Don't want to walk to the other side of town? Try the undersnow tunnels. Efficiently laid out. The lady over there. Something about her disturbs me. Isn't my little cinnamon just the cutest? Buns are so adorable. Teehee. Awful teens tormented by a local monster by decorating its tree like horns. So we started giving that monster presents to make it feel better. Now it's a tradition to put presents under a decorated tree. Yeah, I found the monster, I took the decorations off. He prefers it that way. Carefully decorated tree. Some of the presents are addressed from Santa to various locals. Yo! You're a kid too, right? I can tell, because you're wearing a striped shirt. This town doesn't have a mayor, but if there's ever a problem, a skeleton will tell a fish lady about it. That's politics! Everyone's always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crisis. Dreariness, crowding, lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny. We all know the underground has problems, but we smile anyway. Why? We can't do anything, so why be morose about it? No matter where I go, it's the same menu, the same people. How about what new drinks?
and hot guys.
Isn't human food different from monster food? Does things like spoil? When you eat it, it passes all the way through your whole body. Disgusting. I'd love to try it sometime. The capital's getting pretty crowded. So I've heard they're going to start moving here. I don't want to see the erasure of our local cultures, but I definitely want to see some city slickers slip on slip on the ice. Jukebox is broken. We're sentries, but we never get any respect. I wish those skeletons would throw us a bone. We love bones. You better watch where you sit down in here, kid. Because that big guy will jump onto your lap and give you lots of love and attention. I'm thinking of getting a spiked collar to show off my personality. Makes a statement like, attach a leash to me and take me for a walk, please. Playing poker against itself. Appears to be losing. I feel that. Put out a line for some girls today. Someone told me that there are plenty of fish in the sea. Well, I'm taking that seriously. I'm literally going to make out with a fish. Grisby said that he'd offer you a glass of water, but he doesn't touch the stuff. Those dogs are part of the Royal Guard, the elite military group led by Undine. She's rude, loud, and beats up everybody who gets in her way. It's no wonder all the kids want to be like her when they grow up. That's everybody in there. Was there a way up? No. Not before Grillsby. Grillbees. Let's play Monster and Humans. You aren't gonna make me be the human again, are you? Ah, to be young again. The world sure felt boundless. Ah, what a beautiful knock. Maybe if I don't answer, I'll hear it again. Ah, my patience rewards me. Ah. 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 Okay, we don't have the ferryman yet. Ice Wolf! Hello, Ice Wolf! Goodbye, Ice Wolf! The Liberi. Hang on. Libra... Ruby. That look in your eye. You're someone that has trouble doing crosswords, aren't you? How did you know? Welcome to the library. Yes, we know the sign is misspelled. I love working on the newspaper. There's so little to report that we just fill it with comics and games. When I was younger, my teachers gave me word searches. When they ran out of assignments, I thought they were a waste of time. But look at me now. I'm the #1 word search creator in the entire underground. And you've misspelled one of the words in the recent... Okay. Just saying. School report about monster funerals. Monster funerals, technically speaking, are cool. When monsters get old and kick the bucket, they turn into dust. At funerals, we take that dust, spread it onto the person's favorite thing, then their essence will live on in that thing. Ugh. Am I at the page minimum yet? Kinda sick of writing this. While monsters are mostly made of magic, human beings are mostly made of water. Humans with their physical forms are far stronger than us, but they will never know the joy of expressing themselves through magic. They'll never get a bullet-patterned birthday card. Here I am writing this book. A person comes in, picks up the book. They start reading it. Oh, sorry. I'm still writing that one. Because they are made of magic, monster bodies are attuned to their soul. If a monster doesn't want to fight, its defenses will weaken. And the crueler the intention of our enemies, the more their attacks will hurt us. Therefore, if a being with a powerful soul struck with the desire to kill, let's end the chapter here. Monster History Part 4. Fearing humans no longer, we moved out of our old city, home. We braved harsh, cold, damp swamplands and searing heat, until we reached what we now call our capital, New Home. Again, our king is really bad at names. Love, hope, compassion. This is what people say monster souls are made of. But the absolute nature of soul is unknown. After all, humans have proven their souls don't need these things to exist. Youch. Mailbox overflowing with unread junk mail. This mailbox is labeled Papyrus. Look inside. Yes, it is empty. It is locked. It is locked from the inside. Okay. Sight of such a friendly town fills you with determination. What's next? Glide? Fun fact, this monster was put in the game from Kickstarter, yeah. Didn't know it even existed before this set. So, it glides in the, like, secret room, right? Color-coded books are a vibe, yeah. That's why I like Latte. Were you here when I did the library sorting game? Like, what was that, a month and a half ago? 2 months ago? That's one of the things that really makes that game as enjoyable as it is. Enter the mysterious door's cave. Move for at least 2 minutes. Must be done before the fight with Papyrus, and if any fleeable Snowden enemies were not killed. So the categories for some of the books were wonky. Down here. I just noticed my health is 26. Alright, start the timer. Nope. So what have you guys been up to lately? Anything fun and exciting? Bit busy with work for both of us. Fair enough. Okay. Glide swooped in. Sadly missed the recent degen streams. I don't know if I'd call them degen streams. Because they would be degen streams if I was still awake. I've just been waking up early because I've got a lot of things going on that are making me keep like a more early morning schedule more regularly. But I've been waking up like at 6 in the morning and then being like, well, I'm up, but I don't have to be up for another 4 hours. Might as well stream. Like that kind of attitude. Time zones are fun. Yeah. Okay. So we encountered Glide. The spirit protagonist must applaud twice and then either do nothing 3 times or nothing twice followed by boo. Clap, clap. Nothing, nothing, nothing. The hardest part of this fight is I haven't seen the attack patterns before, so I'm not going to be able to do this hitless. I can just tell you right now. Unless I get real lucky. Or if his attacks are real easy, which I would not expect from an optional fight. Woo! No! Okay. I just want practice. That was so much easier than the second one. Is that the only attack he does? Man. Looks similar to something. Yeah, it's an optional monster that's in the secret room. And yeah, it does look like the one of the attacks from a certain endgame boss. Did you know Glide isn't a special one-time encounter? I did not know that. Maybe I should have ran from the fight then, and then exited and re-entered the room to reset the room. Oh, why am I going all the way back here? Triangle. Thank you for the information, BB. I know basically nothing about Glide other than I knew of Glide's existence, but never actually came down here to face Glide. Extraordinary amount of experience on kill. I'd believe it. Okay. Start the 2-minute timer. The 2-minute wait time of running around in circles in this room is the hindering factor, I think, that it would not be worth the... I don't imagine it could get you enough experience to kill bosses significantly faster to warrant the 2-minute time to encounter it during a genocide run. If you were trying to, like, speed run a genocide run. Takes a couple hours. $13 versus 9. Yeah, but in terms of number of attacks, how many attacks does it take to kill Undyne at level 13 with the best equipment of that period versus level 9? 4 less? Okay, I mean that's not insignificant. That's actually good to know if I decide to try and do the subset. Because there's a subset. already took a hit. I don't know if I need to leave the room and come back in to reset. Personally, you want to try the most experience run? 6 to 7 levels in Ruins alone. I suspect though, because isn't your level like capped at like 19 for the Sands fight, regardless? And then it hits 20 after you beat Sands or something like that. So even though you're getting to Undyne like 4 levels higher, it still caps at the same spot for the Sands fight. Or am I wrong about that? Okay, like 30 seconds more. Okay. There it is. Glide swooped in. Applaud. You clap really sloppily. Glide sucks up your praise like a vacuum cleaner. Okay, I rule. I admit it. No! How did I almost hitless it the first time and now I can't get past one round of the attack? Just bad patterns. Next experience run video didn't count fights that set your experience to certain values. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's why it caps you at 19, is because it doesn't matter what your experience is before that point. He sets it to that specific value. That attempt was kind of sad. Yes, I agree. Listen to what YouTube recommended you? What did YouTube recommend you? To watch my stream over there? No. Darth Vader makes the case for flock cameras at the city council meeting? What? Well, that's certainly an article. Clap really sloppily. That's, yep. Man in a Darth Vader outfit looking dejected. He's making a case for flock cameras? I'm gonna take this monster candy with me. Oh. Darth Vader the Sith Lord. That's, okay, you know what, that's true. That's fair. PB. Is the manly bandana somewhere on the ground that I just missed? Or is it only available as a purchase from the shop? Oh, it's just... No, that's where the glove was. The glove was in the box. You know what? I'll search that real quick. I might as well. It just says it's sold by the shopkeeper. Because the tough glove, you get one for free in the dimensional box, and it's sold by the shopkeeper. So I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if the manly bandana had an external source as well. The ribbon away. You can buy multiple of them? Yes. For specifically the ones that are sold in the shop here, yeah. Also, if you're wondering about the time, earlier I had to get the red flag in golf, and that took 2.5 hours. I'm gonna make my commute a little easier. Just in case I fail again. Because there's a save right here. And I have one monster candy that I'm gonna use if I start getting low on health. Flee from that guy. just long enough that my timer went to sleep. Manly Bandana means I should take less damage from the hits if he does hit me, which will give me more chances to flee and then re-encounter him. Since the encounter for this is once every 2 minutes, and the fight, unless he's got a lot of health, which I don't know, versus how much damage you do at that point in the game, there's only 16 encounters in Snowden. I think that's the right number. So 16 times 2 is 32. And then, assuming that the fight takes, let's say, 2 minutes, that's another 32. So it would be an hour to max out your encounters in this room. Oh, but no, it would take multiple hours because the encounter rate, as you kill enemies, it makes the encounter rate take longer for everywhere. And so what is 2 minutes right now probably ramps up how long it takes every time you kill a glide. I see how that would, yeah, I see how that would take several hours now. Whoa! What was that attack? AFK, still am. Don't ask me anything. You got it. No, I was just working out math. You good, PB? Dun dun dun. Bum bum bum. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. Okay. Take two. Woo! Okay. Giving itself a high five. Somehow. You clap like a gorilla. Glide becomes addicted to your praise. What else do you have to say? No! to candy. Use. Beck, did you ask me anything? If I didn't ask you anything, you're gonna be very sad. I was doing math on the glide encounters and realized that it would take an hour, but then counter realized that it would actually take several hours, like you said, because encounter rate slows down with every kill. While typing that, a muscle in your arm popped. Turned white. My tan skin popped and turned white. Yikes. That does not sound like a good reaction. You should get that looked at. I did sort of ask, but then answered my own question. Because I was thinking at first, like I said, I was thinking that it shouldn't take several hours to encounter like 16 of these guys. If it was consistently 2 minutes. No! Ah. Nope. Flea. He said no. He said no to my flea. Flea again. He's like, you want another chance without having to reset? Too bad. I'm not letting you run away. Silly glide. That's... no. Bum 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 bum. I think Toby updated Undertale recently, made it guaranteed to run on the third try. So if I'd survived the third time, I would have gotten away with it too. For those meddling kids. Bum 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 bum. Much time? 30 seconds. Okay. That's why I start the timer. And yeah, back to Forky's point from earlier, he just put out an update to Undertale very recently. You don't put out updates to retro games. That's not how retro games work. I mean, in theory you could. The argument's been made for Terraria being retro, hence the reason Terraria is on retro achievements, but... Almost did a spit take when you called Undertale retro. We're doing retro achievements for it. They made a set. As far as I'm aware, this is the third game that has a set on retro achievements that is in the standalone category, so it's not based off of a console emulator. Since Toby doesn't want to do achievements for Undertale, the retro achievement people took it upon themselves to do achievements. Yeah. I will say I'm glad... So, PB, earlier, the stream that I did earlier, I played the 2 homebrew versions and got all the achievements on those before starting the actual proper Undertale set that came out more recently. Based on the 2 homebrews, I'm very glad that they did a proper mod for the base game that just works off of the Steam version or the GOG version. Homebrew version what? Somebody took the beginning of Undertale in the Ruins and made a Game Boy game version. They just sort of coded out the sprites and whatnot to run on a Game Boy. What are you talking about? Starting from the beginning. Okay. This morning, I went to go and try and set up Undertale for retro achievements, because I knew it would need some kind of mod or patch. When I was searching for the page, I found out that they had 3 different Undertales on retro achievement. There's the standalone version, a version for the Game Boy, and a version for the DS. And I said, okay, the Game Boy and DS ones are listed as homebrews, so they're probably either direct download files or some kind of modifications that take Undertale and port it to those systems. I also looked at the achievement sets for those two and saw that they only covered stuff from, like, the ruins from the beginning of the game. So I was like, okay, I'll get those, set them up, and then just do a stream where I play through those and then into Undertale proper. So, the Game Boy one was on itch. Somebody took the game and either made it from scratch or took existing bits of code or whatever, and they essentially made a version of Undertale, the like opening ruin section, in a format that runs on a Game Boy emulator. Said they're the demo portion, yeah. Yeah. So I got that, and then the DS, and that one was fine. It was not great, but it was fine for what it was. But then there was the DS version that I got, which it takes the game files from Steam or GOG and then patches those into a DS game file. So you have to have the existing game and then patch the files through like a ROM patcher type thing. To create a DS game file that you could then run through the emulator. That was very unstable. The text moved at a pace of one letter every 5 seconds for every dialogue. And you could skip it with B, but one of the achievements said, here's the longest conversation in the demo section. I'm gonna make you sit through the conversation without skipping it. And that took like 25 minutes of the 40 minutes that the entire demo took. Such a good achievement. Yeah, I spent longer sitting through that dialogue at one letter every 5 seconds than I did the entire rest of the demo. Oh, and the sound was beautifully, like, they had the audio files because it was patched, but the audio files were glitching out, so it was like the whole time. Oh. And you did do it? Yeah. The audio files were constantly playing. They were constantly playing, like, but chopping. Just, you'd have to, I can't. The VOD's up for that, both on Twitch and YouTube. It was the stream from this morning. A portion played every time a new character was said. Oh, no. It was just playing in the background, like the background music, but it was also choppy. Like it was trying to load but couldn't quite load correctly. That was on me. What was the conversation? It was... It was the Frogget right after Toriel leaves you. That's like, hey, if a monster doesn't want to fight, it'll... I should just start running around. Its name will change colors, and then you can spare it, and... That one! Yes, that one! It was like 6 different boxes of text. Different dialogue if you never skip it. I was skipping too much dialogue. I didn't get to see the 4th frog in this save file of the actual game. He just wasn't there. If that one was tied to an achievement. I wouldn't put it past them. There have been some achievements. Have you... Okay, hang on, let me lock in and... actually do this. It's those big ones. The big ones are so distracting. Okay. Now that I have to do the run back, what was I just talking about? Oh, yeah. So, some of the, some of the achievements on here have been, like, specific or, specific or annoying. The worst one definitely by far though has been the golf. When was the last time that you did the that you played ball and got ball in hole? Pretty good at a game of virtual pool. I'm usually pretty good at a game of virtual pool, but I felt like the angles were just not angling correctly for a lot of my attempts. And you have to be very precise and very specific, like, and fast, because the achievement in question, never gotten every flag type, if that was it. What? Yes, that's what it was. That was the achievement. It was to get every flag type. And I got the slow flags relatively quickly. And I even got to yellow without too much difficulty. Orange was a bit tricky, but doable after like 10 minutes or so. And then red. Just red. I kid you not, I spent 2.5 hours trying to get red. Because red requires you to get ball from start to hole in under 6 seconds. Because 6 to 8 seconds is orange. Less than 6 seconds to get it from the start to the hole. It was nightmarishly precise while having to be fast. One of the achievements, I think that achievement might be in a subset, because this game has the main set and then it's got 3 subsets. And the 3 subsets include achievements related to the fun values, neutral endings, and the final boss hit list. The final boss hit list has, or hard boss hit list or whatever. It's got an achievement for, I want to say, the 2 bosses in Genocide and Flowey. The hit list achievements for those are in a subset, thankfully. No, the one I will say the one achievement that I'm definitely not looking forward to for this achievement set is the credits. But at least the credits is an appropriately scored 50 points versus the golf, which is 10 points. That was not a 10-point achievement. Not when it took 2.5 hours to get that level of precision. How do you deal with that? I feel like you can't really dodge the big shots. Let me do a quick check for you. Neutral endings. Carry Snowman Piece through the entire game. Yeah, that's in the neutral endings subset. Made a snowman really happy. Other subset or other achievements in that subset actually include beating the game with a bandage, level 1, and having no recovery items, or having used no recovery items, and beating the game without using the save. There's a couple of fights you have to get real good at to do without a save. Especially if you're doing without a save and without recovery items. Could you imagine doing a run without a save and then getting to right at the end of the game and then just dying? No, you don't have to do both at once. No, thankfully not. That would be insane. Oh, also, anybody that's curious, Achievement of the Week, the poll did finish after I finished the stream earlier this morning. Despite my vote for Rayman, as suspected, it was a landslide victory for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. For the Game Boy Color. I didn't see how far into the game they picked. Probably Dungeon 2. If I was guessing. I feel like the snowman piece should be part of the main branch, or main batch, since it isn't its own ending. It's just an addition to almost any normal ending. True. Hey, I'll trade that for I'll trade that being in the main set in exchange for the hitless credits being part of the annoying hitless subset as a fourth achievement for that set instead of being part of the main set. Ah. I still don't know how to actually dodge the big projectiles. That just throws me off every time. love to do credits no hit. Don't even know how to do them again without restarting the whole game. Yeah, I feel like there's gotta be a way to do that. Otherwise, that is unreasonable. Actually, I could probably check the achievement set. Next time, when I encounter Glide next, I'll stay on the Glide screen and go check that real quick, because there's bound to be somebody in the comments of that achievement either complaining about that or explaining how, possibly both. Don't think you ever tried loading a true pacifist save after beating the game? I want to say that it loads to... I want to say it loads to someone asking if you want to like start over or something. I forget now. It's been a long time. Boom boom. Main set. All the way at the bottom. That's where the hit list credits is going to be. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 50 points. It's 25. I swear it used to be 50. Easier and more fun than I ever thought. Very intimidated by the achievement. Got it on 6th try. Feeling discouraged that this achievement seems impossible. It's really not. Half an hour of attempts. It's tough. Not as tough as some other no-hits in the set. Oh, I see something about F8. Oh, is F8 some kind of reset that's coded into the mod? That's a possibility. Special controls. Holding C makes dialogue scroll really fast. F8 will reset the game, allowing you to try some achievements easier. Well, that'll save me from closing and reopening the game now. F2 will toggle ×2 speed. And the pause menu has a new achievements tab that allows you to see the achievements unlockable in your current area. Okay. Times 2 speed. Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. I'm testing whether times 2 speed actually makes this take 1 minute instead of 2. Or if it's just times 2 of my movement speed. You are wearing bandage, right? I am not. Okay, that will make this a little bit nicer. If I need it. Ah! I'll need it. Guaranteed run attempts. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. Particles are moving faster, and the transitions were faster. Yep, that makes sense. But they're kind enough to not speed up the music. Because usually a full game speed up also speeds up the music. No, but no, I'm wearing the bandana. That's why I was asking about the bandana, so I could If that was the only place to get it, then I would buy it and then put it on. Shame you can't re-equip the old bandage. Yeah. Oh, I should have ate the monster candy. I'm running low on time, so I might not even start the Papyrus fight. Mm-hmm. I can't. I can't. $7 for Toriel, $13 for Undyne. I just need RNG to not give me any of the big attacks. Because I was doing fine with the small ones. I got 4 out of 5 acts done. I just needed to live that big attack, get the 5th act, and then live one more attack, presumably. And if you go non-genocide, you aren't set to a level. You can fight Asgore at level 17. So, even though it sets you to 19, you can't get higher than 19 by skipping the fight. Or not finishing the fight, rather. Already took a hit. I don't get what you mean by that. Ignoring if let's say you had some way of skipping the Mettaton Neo or whatever that form's called, so that it doesn't do anything to your experience, the total sum of experience in the game isn't enough experience to get you to level 19 otherwise. So even though it's setting it to a fixed value, it's setting it correct. Okay, yeah. Even though it's setting it to a fixed value, it's setting it to a higher value than you could reach otherwise anyway. So I think that's a fair way of doing it, to make sure that everybody gets to the same level for the Sans fight. Another random hit. Okay, cool. Hey, if I hadn't taken the random hits there, that would have been 4 of the that would have been 4 out of the 5 things that I needed at that point. Or 4 out of 4, because I don't actually know if... I assume this guy still keeps attacking after I've got him to spare status, but some enemies don't. Also, lore reasons why being at level 19 is significant. That wouldn't surprise me. I just can't. Those big projectiles. Less experience in the genocide route because... I just got an achievement. I think for fleeing a number of times. Because the 2 royal guards give less experience than Night Knights. And they count in the core Hotlands pool. Oh, yep. That would do it. I'm sure missing one enemy in the ruins to prevent it from triggering proper genocide would probably be the play to get maximum experience. Nope, you need to fight. Oh, right, Undying the Undying, that's right. Yeah, because Undying would give so much experience. But then, after Undying the Undying, is there a good spot to break out of the genocide before getting past all the Hotland enemies? Specific is what sets you to 19. Normal just gives 10,000. Which makes up half of the entire experience count. That would do it. But I was just saying, for the sake of killing 2 more Night Knights instead of the 2 Royal Guards, is there a way after Undying the Undying to exit genocide so that you end up facing them? But then at the same time, if you exited genocide at that point, would you still fight MTT Neo? Or do you have to start the MTT Neo fight? Does appear from you being at like 14 plus. Okay, yeah. Nope. Hang on. Sorry, something came up. This is very unfortunate because the ad's just finished running, but I need to go take care of something. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back.
Hello there.
What timing? Hi, Jocko. Highly recommend the video. Also made a video on the weakest genocide route where he gets the minimum experience on said path. I vaguely recall watching videos of that nature, but it's been years. Level 8 at the weakest, 13 at the strongest. Yeah. That definitely sounds like that's a good 4 or 5 attacks difference. I forgot to do the times too. Toggle. Yeah. Jocko's been over here. Hanging out, PB. Did I mess it up because I stood still for too long because I was in the other room taking care of something? I'm gonna leave and come back. It was definitely more than a minute and fast forward. Fights Undyne. Not the lowest possible level. Not only the lowest possible level, but also with the stick. That's funny. That would be so... That would be so many more sequences you'd have to live through. It's so bad. Well, I'm gonna have to end stream here in like 15 minutes, but I'm gonna try and getting better at it, I think, though. For the small projectiles, yes, I agree. For the large projectiles, I don't feel like I'm getting any better. Oh, I never checked that achievement, did I? Yeah. I would if I could. That's the unfortunate thing about hitless. Already got hit 3 times. And I failed to run away, which means I'm going to have to dodge this 3 times. No. Okay. I'm gonna tab out for a second after I encounter him. Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
See every flea message. That's what the achievement was for. Okay, so as far as Snowden is concerned, the only achievements I have left for Snowden are take way too many snowman pieces. That's genocide thing. Spare glide, which we were trying to do. Be reminded of your failed slaughter at the end of Snowden. That's also genocide, but it's a failed genocide run. That's the, like, the comedian got away or whatever message, I think. PB coming in and grabbing that first. Not like you've not been here for the last hour or two. Hour or so. Jocko with the counterfeit first. Yeah, glide is spelt with a Y, Jocko, not with an I. Largest percent of quitters quit there. I believe it. I would expect it to be Undying the Undying would be a bigger percentage because of the difficulty, but at the same time, I believe it. I also believe Papyrus because Papyrus is the, like... Papyrus is such a gem of a character. Killing Papyrus hurts worse than I think killing just about any other character in the whole game. He's such a good boy. But yeah. Snowman can't do genocide. Glide, trying to do. Comedian, can't do, that's genocide. Sparing Papyrus, that's the boss, and then you've got the date with Papyrus. And then the hitless level 1 spares for Papyrus and Glide. Tire Papyrus out from beating you and win another way. That's fun. And spare Papyrus without moving left or right. Hitless level 1 doesn't even matter. Why does it specify? I assume that it specifies to prevent the achievement from counting if you're on, like, genocide and you can, like, 1 or 2 shot an enemy. With, like, just attacks. The one that really gets to me is all the dogs specifically say no stick. And Moffat is the writer for Doctor Who. Muffet, I think, is the spider. Yeah, Muffet. Muffet is also specifies no item use. Or no spider item. To end the fight early. They're both obvious. They're instant finishes, yeah. I can't. I need RNG to give me no big things. And I just can't do that. Yeah, I'm sorry that I stepped away for like 5 to 10 minutes or however long it was I was away from. I actually thought about raiding out then. But I'll do this. I'll do the glide fight either offline or next time I'm doing Undertale stuff. Tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to do the Achievement of the Week, which is Link's Awakening DX. Agreed to be photographed. Oh, that's fun. That's, That's the, photographer's house. I don't remember at what point that is in the game. I mean, it's a missable achievement, which is awkward, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that's the stream for today. I'm gonna raid out to Katarn, playing Split Fiction. That game was fun. I had a lot of fun with that game. See you around YouTube. Take care, everybody on Twitch. I forgot and then deleted it. Have you forgotten something mid-sentence? Did I? I don't remember. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Jocko. Sorry that you got here so late. What, no? Asking if you had that situation too. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Where I started typing a thing and then forgot to actually finish it and forgot what I was even typing. Happens sometimes. Later, the raid's gonna go by itself now.